On the planet Robloxia in the village of Bloxburg, a businessman named Jackson had left his house and was rushing down the road.
I'm gonna be late. I have a promotion. I need to get there on time.
As he ran, he started seeing that everyone around had all their eyes closed for some reason. Soon he realized that no one had eyes at all. He kept seeing a white face with no eyes and sharp teeth flicker across his vision. He thought he was hallucinating. Then he saw a man across the street shouting biased opinions. Jackson went over to confront him and they started up an argument.
You know what? This is hopeless. I have to go to work. Don't do anything worse than what you've done.
The guy then insulted his mom and Jackson swiveled around and punched him, knocking him over. Not wanting to draw any attention, Jackson tried to wake up the guy.
Get up. Get up!
When he rolled the guy over, his eyes were gone. Suddenly, as he turned to run, all the people who also didn't have eyes surrounded him and pinned him down. They were all chanting the same thing.
We are people, you are a mess, you will find out you are eyeless.
He screamed, and his vision went black. A day later, over in the town Brookhaven, a blue-haired teenage boy had just left his house to go meet up with his friends. His name is Squ4d. He met his friends on a hill just outside of town. Their names were Henry Quant, Susie Burton and Cassie Grove. They had a picnic set up there.
Hey Benny, glad you could make it.
Hey guys, good choice in the picnic spot, Susie. It's nice and quiet out here.
Yeah, this part of Brookhaven doesn't get explored often for some reason, but it means it's quieter for...
Suddenly, a loud thud was heard from within the faraway forest behind them.
What was that?
I didn't see anything. It was probably just a fallen tree or an animal.
It was too loud to be any of those.
Maybe.
Should we check it out?
Good idea. If we don't, we'll never know whether we need to alert someone or not.
Okay, I guess.
So they went to see what was up. As they got closer, they could definitely hear lightning crackling through there, and the smell of smoke was strong.
What's that crackling sound?
It smells like something exploded in there.
Let's see what it is then.
Oh my days, what's that?
They found a clearing in the forest where they found a weird blue person, who didn't look Robloxian in the slightest. Lying there and something that looked like a chunk of rainbow crystal next to him.
Hey, are you okay?
We must protect it.
Wait, what are you doing?
He put his hand on the crystal, and it created a massive energy surge that engulfed them all. When it was over, the blue guy stood up.
Sorry about that. I needed to give myself some extra strength. And also, you guys seem worthy.
Worthy of what? You just made us get caught in some electric explosion.
You're welcome.
He pointed at Benny's hands, which were sparking with lightning. When he tried to shake it off, he accidentally blasted lightning at a tree nearby, causing it to turn black and fall over.
What was that?
That explosion gave us all super speed and the ability to wield lightning at our will.
But why?
I'll explain later. Anyway, I'm Ronald Tyrone, but you can call me Ron.
I'm Squ4d, and these are my friends, Henry, Susie and Cassie.
Pleasure to meet you all. Let's find somewhere else to talk. Let's not near this forest.
Okay. Cassie, can we go to your house?
Cassie nodded. Ron picked up the rainbow crystal, and they went to Cassie's house. A few minutes later, 3 FBI trucks showed up at the area to see what caused such a massive thud and energy surge. Lead Officer Pansy walked into the clearing with a bunch of FBI soldiers behind her.
The cause of such disruption is still unknown.
The energy readings are off the charts.
From what we've gathered, it seems like whatever's caused it has been removed from here.
As it only happened an hour ago, it means one of the Brookhaven citizens must have it. Start a public investigation of every house and building down there.
Yes, ma'am.
They blocked off the forest as they continued their investigation, while one of the FBI trucks went into town. Meanwhile, at Cassie's house,
Nobody touch anything.
Not even this?
Henry started stroking a pretty-looking teapot on her kitchen counter as it began slipping off the edge.
That was my grandmother's.
She was on the other side of the room when she yelled it in a pink flash. She zoomed across the room to catch the teapot before it hit the ground.
Whoa!
I told you it gave you guys super speed.
Yeah, but you haven't told us what the heck happened back there.
Okay, so here's the whole story. I'm from another universe.
Wait, what?
I'm from a universe of me's where...
Me's? You mean duplicates of you?
No, as in how you guys call yourself Robloxians. On my planet, our kind were guardians of this gemstone.
He held up the rainbow rock that he had been carrying around.
The prism of bolts.
Doesn't that mean it would be full of lightning bolts?
Do you want to hear this story or not?
Okay, we'll shut up.
Unfortunately, our universe was attacked by a force unknown to us. I was the only survivor. I was tasked with protecting the prism of my life, but I was also tasked with giving its powers to me and a few others who are worthy of handling them.
That would be us, I'm guessing.
You guessed right. We must protect this thing at all costs.
Just then, the FBI bust down the door and began searching for the source of the energy surge from earlier. But luckily for the gang, Ron already knew how to use his powers. He had already grabbed and hit everyone downstairs behind Cassie's TV.
What do they want?
We've got to get out of here.
We can go through the back door.
Okay, on three, we all run at top speed towards it.
What?
3, 2, 1, go!
It all happened in the blink of an eye. Ron held the door open while the others practically tripped outside into the back garden, overwhelmed by their super speed. Unfortunately, they were spotted.
Hey!
Come on!
They all used their super speed to jump over the wooden fence at the back of the garden and get out of there as fast as they could.
Ma'am, I think we've got a lead.
Later into the evening, Benny had made it pretty far to Bloxburg, but got separated from his friends during the escape.
Henry? Susie? Cassie? Ron? Looks like we all split up. I should try to find them.
He found that he was all alone on the street he stood on. He decided to head deeper into the village to see if he could find anyone. As he walked, he looked down at his hands.
Lightning and super speed, huh?
Benny started practicing how to control his light green lightning powers in his hands. Once he got the hang of it, he looked up and saw that there were now some people around, although he found it weird that he couldn't see anyone's eyes. He saw someone up ahead of him and decided to ask them for help.
Excuse me? Do you know— Whoa!
But when they turned around, they had no eyes at all.
What the heck?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Benny spun around and saw a businessman with messy brown hair, white skin, a mouth with sharp teeth and no eyes like the person he just saw.
See? You're speechless with awe.
Who are you?
You may call me Eyeless.
You did this to them?
They had no choice. It's their fate.
You should have no control over these innocent people's souls.
What are you going to do about want it. Child.
The blue-haired boy charged up his hand with lightning and threw a punch at the supernatural man. Eyeless unexpectedly dodged the attack and stabbed Benny in his abdomen with his hands that now had claws on the end of them.
Don't worry. I'll make you just like me. Beautiful.
He reached out to remove Benny's eyes, but he was saved at the last second by a purple flash and blur.
I got you, Benny.
Susie!
Susie ran carrying Benny over her shoulder away from Eyeless, leaving a purple electric trail behind her.
Get them.
Eyeless ordered all the Eyeless people to go after them.
Are we being chased?
By a crowd.
How many?
Oh, not too many, just keep running. Faster!
They ran all over the place trying to find a street where the Eyeless minions weren't waiting to catch them.
We are superpowers. We will bow down to Eyeless. We are superpowers. We are superpowers. We will bow down to Eyeless.
They eventually found a way out and escaped the clutches of Eyeless.
Why do they have such strange abilities?
After about 15 minutes of running, Susie stopped in an empty field miles from any town or village. She put her friend down on the ground, who was still tightly clutching the area where he'd been stabbed.
How'd you find me?
I heard your voice from a few buildings away and I followed it. I've gotten a little used to my super speed after we escaped Cassie's house. I found you just around the corner and I saw everything that happened.
Susie?
Yeah?
Do you think this is what we need to use our new powers for?
Well, is it best that we get involved?
Someone has to stop him.
What should we do then?
Numbers can fit on the papers. I got my eyes on the prize. I'm selling my prime.